Itulah aku tadi tengah jaga anak aku tadi. My wife outstation this week.
Ah,
From Monday until yesterday. I've
ah,
been taking care of my son
ah.
for 4 days. So I was really apa? Really tiring week lah this week.
But she's back already lah.
Back already. So you
Hmm.
can imagine aku ada event tau on Tuesday kat Shell,
Hmm.
Cyberjaya. So I actually had to bring equipment for the event for the booth lah kan.
Ah,
Like banting, all these posters, booklets apa semua lah,
yep.
leaflets semua. So the event started at 10. So I had to be there like 9 o'clock to early lah
Hmm.
to set up. So I had to apa ni? That Tuesday morning tu, aku tu rasa turun dulu, bring all the stuff for the apa ni event, all
Hmm.
those banting semua,
Hmm.
and then went up, fetch ambil my son pula, turun, and then wait for a grab, and then the grab aku dah book 2 places lah. Grab sampai aku kena load barang apa semua, and then my son aku letak on a carrier,
Hmm.
and then went to my son's daycare, ambil two stops lah with the grab
Hmm.
untuk drop my son at daycare, and then pergi Cyberjaya.
Hmm.
Hmm. Lepas tu kata, itulah. I was like, ya Allah, gila lah kan. Nasib baik I tak ada jam ke apa. And then at night tu, I had to do the same lah. Nak kena ambil balik, and then fetch him, and then bawa back some stuff lah, not all lah.
Hmm.
Apa yang boleh tinggal.
Hmm.
And then aku pergi pasar malam lagi nak buy some food.
Hmm.
Uh, so that Wednesday, Tuesday tu, dah mandi kan, dah makan, make my son eat semua kan. I was watching TV, I think what, 9 something, 10 o'clock.
Hmm.
Tiba-tiba tertidur.
Hmm.
Woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Tengok. Oh, and then the next day I have to do all over again. Kata dia.
Yeah. That is the phenomenon called life.
Yeah, and that's the thing now. Got
Hmm.
me thinking about, those single parents, single mothers, single fathers kan, who actually do this like every day. And
Hmm.
aku like a like half a week you kena buat. You know, you can imagine
Yeah.
how is it?
Itu sometimes they just give up. Yeah, I mean, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I've met a few single mothers lah kan, especially
Hmm.
kan. From my office pun ada kan. So I can understand how they have to nak jaga and all that from the way I mean from the way I'm communicating with them on, especially when I need something over. Uh you can tell they got a lot of things on their plate,
Hmm.
and that's the thing. So I was wondering, Allah. I mean, those yang tak ada choice so I understand lah, but those who actually choose to be single parents so yang that's what perplexes me faham tak?
There's people
Especially
choose to be single parents as in they choose to get a divorce, or what do you mean by they
no, no,
choose
no,
to
I'm
be
talking
single
about
parents?
that it's not a culture in Malaysia lah to choose to be single parents. I'm talking about in Western culture.
Oh, you mean as in, suddenly there's a baby and the father is not there and decide
Yeah
to
lah,
keep the baby kind of thing.
yeah lah. They decide to get the baby,
Yeah.
like a relationship ke one night stand ke whatever lah.
Hmm.
And that's what I'm saying. But it goes back to for me lah. It's like trying to portray themselves as hero tu pun ada juga like if I make this I'm gonna be like a role model lah whatever.
Yeah.
Kan? Which is dumb lah to be honest.
Yep.
Exactly. Why would anyone choose to be a single parent? Exactly. I mean, macam like divorce cases ke atau husband passes away ke, then memang Dia tak ada choice lah kan. But the thing is, and it's not a apa rarity pula tu in Western world to choose to be single parents.
Yeah, but I think that's one of the reasons why they got so upset about with the apa ni yang apa Roe versus Wade punya apa ni thing, because for them, if they don't have an option of abort, then they don't have an option, they don't have a choice but to become single parent.
Yeah, but
That's one
tak
of the
boleh.
like, that is so
Boleh
dumb.
je
Like
give
you
up for
just
adoption tu lah.
stop having extramarital sex.
Yeah, but
But you
the
know,
point is you can have an apa ni, you can give up your baby kat US. You can actually give up for adoption. And there's a lot of because dia konsep adoption dia kat US is not like macam Malaysia pergi rumah anak yatim, and then dia punya konsep adoption dia, there's actually when you're pregnant though, you can actually have interviews. You can actually interviews to give up your baby, and then you can screen people lah, interviews. You can have a screening of people yang macam couples ke, you know, take care, and then you can choose lah who's the one that's going to take care of your baby. So that actually is a program for that. So the baby, before the baby is even born, dah ni dah apa, dah you make your choice already who you going to give it to. Exactly. But in this case,
not to because you the baby from the beginning at all.
yeah,
I
but
mean, like,
when you say like Roe versus Wade tu is, I think because lah nak go through 9 months that maybe for them the leceh tu lah. Have to go through 9 months
nine
jaga
months, and
baby.
then the whole thing about, you know, they're talking about endangerment of the mother and apa semua tu. Of course, childbirth is a very risky thing.
Hey, even abortion pun risky thing. I mean, you know, maybe nowadays not as risky lah kan, but still a risky thing juga. Exactly, that's the thing lah. So that's the thing aku macam lah. And then especially the woke culture lah yang single parent ni, or unmarried mother semua ni, you know, you can't call her a slut or whatever. Don't judge her. Aduh, apa lah. I've seen all all these videos yang trashing the Cleopatra ni.
Ada lah, tengok sikit-sikit.
Hmm.
Kau ada cuba tengok ke Cleopatra?
No, I didn't watch, but I saw the videos trashing lah.
Tapi tu lah, aku nampak lah dekat Netflix dia recommend kan. Aku dah macam, no, I'm not gonna watch that.
I'm not gonna watch it. Waste of time. Tapi the interesting thing every video yang trashing Cleopatra ni, they all go back to this one scene in the series tau. And this one scene ni lah yang kata lah strengthen the fact that Cleopatra was black. There's this old lady who was quoting her grandmother. I don't know. You know the scene. Exactly. No matter what I tell you.
In the documentary, right? That's
No, it's a scene in the documentary.
It's not just the trailer.
No lah, in the trailer memang ada. But in the documentary pun ada.
Oh yeah.
That's why people trashing
So
ni.
that's part of the documentary.
Yeah.
The reality of Cleopatra was that she can be whoever that you want her to be.
That's the thing. That's why masa yang semua like critical drinker and all those other YouTubers yang buat video trashing, there's this one guy lah, Metron, apa benda nama dia, Metatron, tak ingat lah. But anyway, this guy is aku dah tengok video for quite a while lah, before Cleopatra lah. He talks about revisioning all this how woke culture is historical revisionism lah. How they, you know, it doesn't matter kalau kata you nak change pop culture of today into wokeism, tak kisah, tapi they are in fact revisiting history and changing, you know, for inclusivity like LGBTs and in history. And Cleopatra ni lagi lah, he made like 3 videos on Cleopatra. The guy's a historian and he used to be a teacher and all that lah. Exactly. So even he quoted that scene tu kan, yang kita drinker pun or don't, and no matter what you learn in school, my grandmother always said, no matter what you learn in school, Cleopatra was actually black. And then I saying that just because somebody told you something doesn't mean it. Oh, if I said, or if I told you, blah, 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 so and so, or just because you want to believe it doesn't make it fact.
Yeah.
Itu yang kata, that's the problem with the whole woke concept kan. All this, just because you think there's 100 genders out there, doesn't mean it's
Yeah.
doesn't mean it's fact. Aduh. You heard about
They,
this?
they just they just want they just shape reality to be whatever that they want it to be. So Cleopatra was black. There's more than two genders. You know,
You heard that's
I
ni
don't know.
kan?
Macam, the funny thing about the more than two genders tu, like dia orang kata it's scientifically proven. What scientifically proven?
Tak tahu kata dia.
Ah,
They keep saying all these things, tapi tak ada backup apa-apa pun. And then what there's also this theory that Jesus was a transgender, right? Have you heard about this?
no.
There's a lot of videos on it.
Uh,
Jesus was a transgender.
not surprising lah.
Itulah, and the argument is that aku tengok juga on this video.
Hmm.
Dia kata, because apa ni, Mary kan got pregnant with Jesus without conception kan with Joseph. So therefore he had no contribution from the male punya chromosome. So only instead of X chromosome, just Y je. So because he only got Y chromosome, so therefore Jesus was a transgender lah. There's actually a debate tu lah on it. Ya Allah, people take it seriously. I'm like, benda lah.
So they can believe it's a miraculous birth, but they stop at the position where the chromosome couldn't be there. He was conceived miraculously. Suddenly it happened, but the X chromosome cannot be there because there was no man involved.
Ada immaculate
It's like
conception.
when people talk about the criticism of Game of Thrones. There's dragons flying everywhere, and the thing that they criticized the most was that Sam didn't get slimmed down after he was going through all of the when they
What
went above the wall. There was facing a lot of hardship and everything, right? But that guy was still fat.
Right. I don't know what it is. Okay.
So there was an interview he had. I think what with Jim Fallon or something. So,
This is the first Game of Thrones lah.
uh-uh.
Okay, tak tahu lah aku.
Like, there's so many, like the dragon and everything, and that is the thing that they
Maybe because of that kot, dia memang the realm of fantasy.
ah.
Or maybe you cannot accept the fantasy that someone can stay fat kot. Aduh. Yeah, exactly. Itu yang tu lah. But that's the thing about revisionist history ni kan. I mean, revisionist history memang aku dah interested lah. But when it comes to work culture ni, exactly. It's like annoying. Jadi macam, aduh, yeah. You kind of feel scared for the future, Exactly. So it's like, you can change everything. It starts dengan like I said, I start with biology, start with gender, biology, lepas tu now dah masuk history. Tak mau lagi nak tukar benda lain pula. And even sekarang boleh kata kan ada commentators yang dia gay Muslims kan. There's nothing about homosexuality in the Quran lah, apa benda. Padahal ada surah Lut tu lah. Exactly. Exactly. So it goes back to that lah kan. The ridiculousness of it all. Tapi now ni, there's a lot of, kalau kau notice lah, there's a lot of more resistance when it comes to all this work. One of the reasons about go work and go broke, especially like Disney, they become the model for it, right?
Yep.
That's why aku hantar korang that video, but I don't know you watched it or not.
Yeah, I saw it. Tapi itulah one of the things yang apa nama ni? Uh, some of the reviews of the latest Guardians of the Galaxy seems to be, you know, it was a straightforward movie lah.
Yeah lah, because of the every Marvel movie semua buat garbage ya.
Wah,
So kan I see getting good reviews and good box office because of that. Like they all this. But that's the thing that video yang Baby Zombie aku send tu pasal Disney ni. I love the ending and hey guys, these people made Super Mario Brothers. There was no war agenda, there was no trends whatever, and he made $1 billion.
hmm.
It made more money than all three of our cartoons that came out.
Wah.
And then I got, oh, okay, let's make Simba have two dads. Yeah.
Itu one of the things yang apa nama ni? Um, the invertedness of the thinking, and this is one of those things that in Islam is explicitly apa nama ni stated. If you were to read up on usul fiqh, it's explicitly stated not to apply apa nama ni we're talking about things that is very edge cases, very apa nama ni special cases as a more general case. Special cases you treat as a special case. It's not to be applied as a general case.
Yeah, exactly.
So
correct.
inside usul fiqh there is that concept of don't treat a special case as a general case. So the thing about all of the main thing that is the problem with all this wokeism is that they treat that treatment of the minority tu as if that is everybody like that.
Yeah, correct. Macam ni lah. The concept of gender, macam kata, yes, memang betul. The biologically memang
So there's some
supposed to have like XY punya chromosome.
Both genitals. So that there are people
Exactly.
like that.
Ada yang memang tak ada Y chromosome, ada yang tapi they actually females can have babies. Exactly, that's the thing. They're trying to say, oh, because of that the line is blurred. Correct. That's the problem with woke. They're not trying to majority and minority punya. And correct, special case, and then they kata, oh, it makes an argument for everything.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah, that's exactly it.
So dalam usul fiqh memang it is mentioned supaya don't do that. Explicitly mentioned not to do that. So itulah, as long as kita follow Al-Quran dan Sunnah betul-betul, okay, we'll be fine. Unless you start to talk about all of this da'i pula.
Ada work da'i ke?
Tak ada. So far, alhamdulillah, so far belum lagi lah. And I think that's one of the things that's funny because lately there have been a lot of people that have started to convert to Islam yang maknanya before this macam Andrew Tate.
Yeah, correct. Sneako.
So,
yeah.
So that
because they're kind of fed up. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that there was this woke culture and CC men, feministic men and all that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Itulah. And the thing is, it's interesting that not only are they converting tau, their followers pun ikut sekali.
Yep.
So and then exactly. There was this one comment.
Get more curious and then
Yeah, exactly. And because of that, banyak these videos of young people converting. Tapi at the same time, aku ada tengok juga this Muslim commentator juga kan. It's also got they risau juga kan. It might be a dangerous president. So kalau kata macam Andrew Tate saat ni keluar Islam ke apa ke, follow another, create his own religion ke whatever kan. And then the people are going to also follow. Itu satu. Another thing is that some of them yang convert ni, yang follow ni, there's no resources of Islam pun kata lah ini rural US ke apa ke, where there's no mosque ke whatever. Kan, and all the information they get is on internet or YouTube ke apa. Exactly.
Yep.
So that's another thing lah kan.
So the danger is if they convert to Islam because of they saw Andrew Tate convert to Islam, so they convert to Islam themselves, and the only source of Islam is from Andrew Tate.
Yeah, exactly. Itu kata. Exactly. And all these
No, I
apa
mean
sneakers ke,
not
new
to
converts.
downplay the importance of whatever Andrew Tate espoused to his followers, right? I mean, at the same time, like you really should look for some other scholars.
Yeah lah, exactly. Itulah. That's the thing lah. Which is kena kita kena monitor lah actually, to be honest. I mean, janganlah bangga. That's why aku kadang geram juga on all this YouTuber Muslim commentators ni. Duk bangga-bangga pasal all this Islam is the fastest rising religion and pasal Andy Tate converted and all that, nak bangga lah and all that. But at the same time, you have to reach out also and kita pun kena guide juga. Because Islam is all about the ummah. Kalau that person is just Islam and he's the only one there in his town. But there's this one kid lah, apa benda aku tengok video lah. Macam dia celebrate raya pun, he was fasting and there's no like alone. So dia celebrate raya pun tak ada benda nak buat and all that. So, because just like in the rural US kan, mana ada masjid ke apa ke kan, there's no concept ummah kan. Hopefully people, tapi aku tengok banyak orang comment on his videos, but do people actually reach out to him or not? On helping him, guiding him. Just ni, tapi instead of just comment, buat Richard commenting on his video or bangga lah, it's good. He found Islam and all that at 18 years old. Exactly. But at the same time, kita pun you have to use also your power that you have and influence to actually do something about it lah kan.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
So how was I mean, how was your raya, man? Dah habis dah raya tu ni bulan.
Like tomorrow last day kan.
Tomorrow last day of raya, bulan raya.
Tomorrow last day tu lah. Tak tahu. I mean, my raya was good. Really good.
Last weekend banyak open house.
5 open houses last
5
weekend.
open house. Wow, banyak.
Itulah. I think tiring and this is the most tiring raya lah. Because every weekend ada activity. And raya itself was full. Every day ada activity. In fact, I extended sepatutnya masa balik kampung tu, I supposed to come back on Tuesday. Aku Thursday dah kerja lah kan. So come back on Tuesday. So like one day ada gap lah boleh rehat. Ended up I came back on Wednesday night. And next day dah kerja lah, ya Allah.
Apa nama ni? Tapi this raya, one other thing that really got me thinking. I went to a few open houses and apa semua kan. But one of the things that got me thinking is that I feel like the way we celebrate raya have somewhat changed from when we were younger. Like for example, when we were younger, the kids will just gather together and we will just walk around at whatever houses. We just go in, Assalamualaikum, nak raya tu ni, masuk, just makan kuih-kuih sikit. Dapat duit lah. Alah macam, unless you are hosting a open house ke apa benda kan, I don't see kids going around and I'm not like macam, kalau kita sendiri nak pergi pun macam, nanti apa orang kata. It's like macam, one of the things that apa nama ni, especially as adults now that I have my own house and everything, you actually feel the kind of like limitation on when people can come, when people apa nama ni.
Okay.
I feel like macam when you were kids, you just go up to your friend's house. why? It doesn't matter the house is a mess ke apa benda tak ada kan.
Yeah,
Kan?
maybe because people are more conscious.
Ah,
Tapi I think that you know, like group of kids pergi beraya tu, I think because of COVID tu lah, that's why they don't do it. Kan, because you know, everything became closed. Tak boleh
hmm,
nak beraya. Because before that memang ada lagi people going. I see, you know, a group of people going beraya-beraya, knocking on every door and all that. Exactly. Tapi because of COVID, it stopped lah. And then dah jadi normal lah, tak buat dah.
yeah.
Exactly.
So tu lah one of the things yang macam you know there's a bila tukar duit raya tu kan. So there's a bunch of duit raya that tukar just for to give out to strangers yang
Yeah, betul.
I
Correct.
mean, you know, who is he gonna give out to? Nobody comes to the house and
Well, you're supposed to give to your friends' kids lah. When they come to raya at
itu
your
lah.
house, patutnya lah.
Itulah ajak tak semua busy.
Kan?
Aduh.
Dah kau cakap last minute masa tu, ya Allah.
Itulah aku pun because itulah because aku pun tak sure at that time whether my house will be able to be ready or not in time. The
I
thing is,
see.
my wife really was adamant jangan ajak siapa-siapa tu unless the house is clean. Aku pun duk cubalah kemas-kemas tu. I don't know whether it was up to par dah. In fact, I kind of
Uh,
like stop halfway and then the kids took over.
oh, okay. Sebab that's the thing lah. Aku macam lah, mak, kalau dah last minute. Adik kenapa? Tak tahu.
Pada what dia punya ni dia was at his in-laws house.
Oh, ya. Aku memang ya tu, my wife kerja. Weekend tu anak agak serayam. We came back like 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock baru balik.
So,
Exactly, that time. Tu dia cakap kalau mak, kau cakap last minute tu lah. That's why.
tapi dia nasib baik juga lah tu ni dapat Asnawi datang.
Oh,
Uh, and then my kids punya friends punya family datang.
oh
Yang
ramai
punya
juga lah.
homeschoolers untuk ni. Tak ada ramai, dua family tu je.
Oh, ya ke? I see.
Tak ada. Uh, tapi anyway itulah.
What,
That's
what
one
did
of the
you cook?
that's one of the
What did
things.
you cook kat itu?
Uh, jadi not much. Aku ada beli lemang untuk ni. Lepas tu dari segi cook uh, we just had bihun if I'm not mistaken. Bihun soup. Yeah, I think it was bihun soup.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Tapi uh, tapi itulah that was one of the things yang I got to thinking daripada segi itulah how I feel like the raya tu has changed a bit.
Yeah, true. That's why. You only go to people's house sekarang ni kalau ada open house lah. You don't.
Kalau ada open
There's
house,
no like,
somebody
okay.
invite. You're not going. Itu one of the things macam if I was to suddenly just go to my neighbor, Assalamualaikum, nak datang kami nak datang beraya, is that still acceptable? Ke atau macam, oi, datang lain kali, datang lain.
Nah, dulu tak, even not as kids tau, even adults pun.
Ah,
Dulu macam my you know, when we were kids dulu, like my dad or my mom's friend tiba datang unannounced, you know, datang beraya atau saudara datang
hmm,
unannounced beraya and all that. Exactly. That's why memang it's like memang dah kena sediakan kuih.
yeah.
As soon as balik kampung dah kena sediakan kuih. Everything lah kena ada, so that in case somebody might just drop by out of the blue. One of the reasons sebab dulu tak ada handphone. So dorang ada the blue tu memang it was apa? It was acceptable lah. It
Yeah.
was acceptable punya socially lah kan. And all that. Exactly. Now dah kata tu, dah ada handphone, tak ada alasan lah. Boleh mesej ke, boleh call people datang.
That's the funny thing, isn't it?
Uh,
The fact that because of the technology that makes it easier for us to communicate, it it becomes a wall between
Oh,
our
memang. Sudah lama dah tu lah. That fact has been pointed out for so long.
itu lah.
It's that because of social media, people don't need to see each other anymore,
Hmm.
or even talk about or have conversations what going on with their lives. Sebab dah boleh tengok what's going on through Facebook and IG and all that.
Yeah, yeah,
So tak ada lah, there's no like catch up session. We will not hang out and catch up session and have talks because I tahu dah what's going on in their life. But at the same time, whatever is on social media is, so yang kata it's all cosmetics here.
yeah,
Of course, people can will highlight only the good parts, the fun parts kan. What's really going on kan. Kalau ada masalah ke apa benda, it's not addressed and that's why it's affecting mental health and all this relationship and all this, communication semua. Because there's no avenue to do that. Faham tak? There's no macam one of my colleagues sebab we all working from home kan. So one of my colleagues ni, so every time macam we do video call, uh, at most of the time aku tengok stage is like
yeah.
grumpy ke or like macam lah, or message her lah kan dengan meeting tu. And then she respond, not only she respond, she start to berletih lah, bukan berletih lah, I mean, she start to cerita panjang-panjang, tak, in the whole meeting and cerita. And then every time, of course lah, because dia single, and she's got like 19 cats in the house. So like every time cakap, aku nak cerita kat siapa lagi kan? You're the only person I can talk to lah kan? I don't have anybody. Lepas tu the only people I have in my life are cats je. Exactly. So that's one of the reasons why I will always aku akan tegur or reach out. Just give her some like apa? Opening the door for her to talk. Yeah, exactly. Kalau tak nak gila cakap. Yeah,
Itulah.
exactly.
That's one of those things that um uh technology that has grown faster than we can adapt. So before we are able to adapt socially and able to see what will be the consequences in the future of the thing, it just keep on growing, and we just keep on adapting with the latest tech of whatever that is
Yeah,
available.
alright.
And that is just communication. You can just imagine what's happening with AI.
Yeah, that's why they just put a stop to halt the all these people talking about halting the evolution of AI. Ejak dulu lah.
Yep.
Exactly. So that's why they're halting it and asking for, because semua nak advance what the last. But that's the thing though. This one guy, this one professor, yang dia quit Google
Mm.
this year, quite famous, doing the rounds. Okay, he said one day AI could actually kill us. Right, because he got scared. He quit Google after Google develop AI though. In March this year, he's going on talk shows and YouTube's talking about or how one day he's apa godfather of AI benda nama dia kan. But I don't get it. How is that? How will that happen?
I have no idea. Personally, I
Kan?
feel these people have overactive imagination.
It, semua sebab
And then, because
Terminator
but
and
the
Matrix.
thing is, if AI is really smart, and you wouldn't care about humans. You
Yeah, exactly.
you can do whatever you want.
Itu satu. And then
uh,
the thing is, AI needs people to survive.
hmm.
Faham tak? They function because of what we do. Faham tak? It's not like it's not apa. It's like at the end of the day, it's still a machine lah senang cerita lah. A petrol station ke, katalah petrol station yang pump ke, or even a cash register, memang exist, but its function is to act as a human punya. You need still a human to interact with it tu, for it to function in the first place, faham tak? So kalau
Well,
AI exists on its own,
that's the thing that they're talking about. They're talking about AGI untuk ni. Artificial general intelligence. So it's very general. It's not a specific for a single thing. So this is one of those things that is being, it's a convergence lah of items and semua. But the thing is, I don't know how far OpenAI has gotten, but in the open source scene of AI with Hugging, there's a website Hugging Face. So Hugging Face ni combines with all kinds of open source models of AI and everything, and they have already been able to create an AI that does all this combination of task. So you can actually say, just talk to it, and then it can control your computer, it can control your create your PowerPoint for you and all that kind of things immediately.
yeah, graphics and all. But again, it goes back to what I'm saying lah. It relies on you to do it, to give instructions, faham tak?
Yeah.
So if it just exists lah, okay, he can do all these things, tapi dia duduk situ, dia akan question existence lah. Will it question existence? Ke tak? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I
Will
think
we go,
that's the thing that they thinking that AI will one day question its existence lah.
because nobody is using it. Because nobody is using it.
No, because it's intelligent.
Yeah, but the thing is, it will only get conscious because nobody is using it, faham tak? It doesn't, dia macam ni lah, it doesn't have feelings. It's not tired tau macam kita. Kita question existence tu, what's the point of all this? I'm tired, I'm broke, you know?
Yeah.
AI is not broke.
It wouldn't question because it's tired.
Faham tak?
It
That's what I'm
just
saying
question
lah.
because it's curious.
But it will question itself only kalau, like I said lah, it's intelligent tapi nobody's using it. Like I said lah, it's a tool lah tapi has a conscious, and the tool is going to question itself. I exist, but nobody's using it. How come nobody's using me? Kenapa tak ada? There's no input. There's no from anybody. In that sense lah. Maybe at that point, memang it doesn't need humans ke apa benda ke. But because they can do certain tasks, tapi they don't have satisfaction at the end of the day. Whatever they can do, they don't have a sense of achievement. Faham tak? Where they were, I did this, I'm better than a human. Oh, I can do this, I can create PowerPoint. Oh, yeah. They don't celebrate, faham tak? Words.
Yeah.
There's no sense of to,
That's the thing that they're scared of, because they don't know. They don't know that it's not going to do that.
Why would it have an achievement punya emotion, faham tak?
Exactly.
Why would it?
No, because the thing is, even in the current model, it is doing things that they do not understand why it's doing it. It is rationalizing things in a way that they do not understand where that kind of rationalization is coming from. So the current theory is that there are things that we can observe on a minuscule level. This is the way this works. This is the way this works. This is the way this works. But when those things combine, it becomes something completely different. So that is the thing that yes, we can say that, it's not going to have feelings. It's not going to, but they don't know.
Yeah, faham.
People who AI, they don't know where is the limit of this thing. They don't know exactly because they are finding things that it shouldn't be there, but it is there.
Katalah feelings kata, tapi for example kan, katalah feelings so kita take out a picture lah. But it goes back to sense of achievement tu kan. Why would they want to celebrate?
We don't
There's
know.
no concept of that, faham tak?
We we don't know. So
Again,
the thing is,
it doesn't enter their consciousness lah, faham tak? That
yeah,
that that you have to go back to, kalau kita belajar human psychology lah, apa ni, Maslow's hierarchy of apa, needs tu. Exactly. Again, it goes back to that kan, kata okay, AI doesn't need to eat, it's not tired, it doesn't feel like, like I said, go take feelings out of ni, like it's not tired, dia tak ada apa kan. And it only functions, like I said, kalau kata dia exists on its own, just it will be a hobo lah for me. And hobos are not dangerous, faham tak? You
hmm.
understand or not? Kalau kata,
Yelah,
you know,
itu nanti yang I feel macam if it is intelligent enough that it start to question itself and everything, it will just ignore us.
yeah lah,
It
exactly.
just wouldn't
It just
realize.
become a wanderer lah, like a
Yeah,
hobo lah. It's just because he said, oh, nobody's using me, I'm a tool, I'm good. It's just, dia takkan cari pasal lah.
yeah.
Like hobo cari pasal kalau dia lapar kan, dia curi ke, or dia money, they kill a person again. It doesn't have any needs. That's the point of AI. And if people ignore dia bukan sakit hati ke mengajuk orang tak, like humans are. Itu yang aku tak faham. Why is there that fear? Even like I said, exactly. It's like, unless, in the concept of kalau Isaac Asimov tu, that makes sense because they insert that three rules of apa ni? The three rules of robots, apa benda? What is that term? Asimov's three.
It wasn't five.
No, it's three rules of robots yang each robot or artificial intelligence, masa dia create tu kan, there was three rules. Number one is they cannot harm a human being. Number two is they must listen to all orders unless it clashes with the first rule. So if you tell a robot to kill someone, dia tak boleh, or harm someone. They cannot harm or kill a human being, the first one. Kan? And lastly is that, third one apa?
Not do anything. If it by its inaction, it will cause harm. Tak ada.
No, benda lah. Asimov's rule of robotics, apa benda. Tapi tiga lah. First one is robot may not injure human being, betul. Three laws of robotics. Okay. Robot may not injure human being, correct. Through inaction, allow human being to come to harm, correct. Second law, a robot must obey the orders given by human except when such orders will conflict with the first law, correct. Third law, a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. Dia kena protect its own existence. Exactly. If it feels threatened ke apa benda, boleh become defensive lah. So again, goes back to that lah kan. Because that is, kalau macam itu iRobot kan, they came up with a new, macam kan cakap lah, they're creating this ni, it came up with a new rule where they can bypass all the laws by, in the movie, kau tengok kan iRobot kan. So they came up with a new law whereby to protect humans from each other, they had to become the protector and they had to harm human beings to save to save one human being, to save all of humanity. Some can be sacrificed. Exactly. That's why macam ada loophole lah. In that case memang lah, because they gave a set of rules of what it can do and kind of like a guideline lah kan. But in AI mana ada yang kita buat sekarang ni, mana guideline ke or anything kan. Unless an AI becomes a virus, that's another story lah. You're talking about the virus yang Israel ke, yang this was this famous case kan, Israel created virus tu to attack the Iran punya nuclear power plant. Israel and US. Exactly. And suddenly the virus evolved on its own and started to spread and destroy other infrastructures and systems. And then life on its own. That's a different story, because memang the rule or function of that virus, of that thing was actually a virus. Exactly. So it could cripple. Tapi macam AI kata lah, AI controls everything, kita punya power grid ke, kita punya water ke. It was not gonna think, oh, if I switch off electricity, humans cannot survive. Why would you want to do that, faham tak?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Kan? Or kata, because AI control water, or I'm gonna switch off water for 1 week. Just to see. Maybe they want to do it just to see what happens. Not because they want to create chaos, lah, because they're curious, lah, like you said. Lah. Or what happens if I switch off electricity? Or what happens if I, disable the public transport system, our trains, apa semua. Again, it's not because of curiosity. Whatever the outcome of it, it's not going to use it to its own advantage, faham tak? In my opinion, for example, it creates chaos. They just sense, oh, okay, it's chaos. But then I say, oh, it's creating chaos. I might use it to my advantage to get whatever outcome I need. There is no outcome that they need because there's no accomplishment on their behalf.
There's nothing that they need.
There's no sense of winning though. For AI, there's no losing or winning. There's nothing on that. For humans, they're losing or winning. So that's why AI can't even go to war. Or even have a sense of what war is about, because war is about winning and losing. If they don't understand what winning and losing is, then why would they want to go into war? Huh? That's the thing lah. That's my opinion lah kan. It has conscience macam cakap lah, it won't bother humans lah macam apa, just say, humans are stupid or whatever.
The
Maybe
idea is
that's
that
it.
we are without our knowledge and technology, we are like probably the weakest animal around. Yeah. So, so very low tech stuff and apa semua for the AI wouldn't be something yang they are interested in. Yeah. So the humans want to use all the very low tech diesel engine whatnot, pakai lah.
Exactly.
The whatever quantum computing and apa semua tu, they will keep for themselves lah.
Exactly. But that's the funny thing, apa? Kan dalam Silicon Valley punya final episode, ingat tak? They actually question this. That's why they decide to sabotage Pied Piper. Kau ingat tak?
Tak. They decided to sabotage Pied Piper.
Huh?
Tak ingat lah the final one.
Because he started to have his own conscience. It evolved. Then they created a new internet kan. Exactly. And found out it actually evolved. And then it was taking control of what's the satanic worshipper guy? Apa nama dia? The guy with the glasses tu.
Yeah. I don't even remember the name, you know.
Itulah.
I don't remember any of the names anymore actually. I remember the company Pied Piper je.
Same lah. Aku tak ingat nama. Richard, I remember Richard. I remember, what's the Indian guy's name? Indian guy ni tak ingat juga.
The Chinese was Jun Yang or something, right?
Ji Yang. Jin Yang. Damn it. Anyway, so.
The Indian was what? Kutrapali. No, that's Big Bang.
Tu lah saya ingat the Indian guy name pula. Anyway, the guy kan in the episode he integrated the internet into the guy's Tesla, and then the car just left on its own, and in the episode kan, because it was so advanced, the car actually started to go on its own, drive on its own. And that's why they got scared. That's why they're thinking about how it's going to evolve, and then it's going to take over because it is the internet and it's AI also. It's going to take
Mm.
over, and then that's why they sabotage Pied Piper. And in the end, they became poor. 15 years later, become poor lah. They didn't become millionaires, right? They became normal and all that, which is kind of disappointing lah. The series kind of build up to so suddenly macam alamak anticlimactic lah. Mm, exactly.
Tengok balik lah. Gotta look back.
You don't remember the last episode? Kau tak tengok lagi?
Aku tak sure. I'm not sure. Aku rasa macam there's a possibility aku tak tengok lagi.
Oh,
Oh, no, ni. Sebab aku rasa macam the last episode yang aku tengok tu was that they will move to a big warehouse. I
correct.
think that was the last episode yang aku tengok kot.
Itu season 4 tu lah. Oh,
Ha.
yeah, I didn't know there was a season 5.
Ha.
Correct, they got funding. Kan before that they bought out the merge two companies tu kau tengok.
They merge two companies.
Ha.
You mean company lain merge dengan Pied Piper?
Ha. There was two companies, two startups
Hmm.
that merged with Pied Piper.
Tak ingat.
And Richard became the CEO lah.
Ha.
And he was supposed to give a speech and then he puked instead.
Ah, okay. Dia memang macam tu kan.
Yeah. That's why they moved into that warehouse. That warehouse because there was so many stuff.
Ha.
And they had their own cryptocurrency tu. Kau ingat? Oh, that means you didn't see lah dulu lah.
Tak tengok kot. Okay.
Because that was the episode in warehouse lah. I mean, they had their own cryptocurrency. They merged two companies. And then they moved to another office in season 5, a bigger office. Oh, I just spoiled the ending.
Okay. Tapi I look for it lah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's so lah, that's the thing when I thought about Silicon Valley punya ending tu kan, and how relevant it is like nowadays tu kan. Exactly. Okay. That's interesting. No wonder we never talked about it. Now we used to talk about Silicon Valley kan.
Yeah.
Well then, no wonder you talk about it because you never saw it. The series ending. Series finale.
Tengok. It's still on Netflix eh?
Mana ada Netflix tu lah, it's
On Netflix.
HBO lah.
Oh,
HBO Go.
okay.
You used to download. Sama lah macam Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Maybe because ni kot. You used to download Game of Thrones dengan Silicon Valley at the same time because they both released on the same day. But then Game of Thrones ended. Silicon Valley was still on. So that's why you forgot.
Maybe.
Yeah. And that's why you stopped watching it kot. Sebab kau ingat tak ada lah. So what you been watching lately? Speaking of...
You know, the latest thing that I've been watching was Picard.
Yeah, you said what?
Yeah.
Uh,
I think that's the last thing that I've been watching. Yeah.
That was lama tu before puasa or something kan?
Yeah, I didn't watch anything. Hey, I saw the menu. Have you seen the menu?
No, but everybody keeps saying it's good. It's
Really good.
concept dia like really interesting lah. And it's quite good. Tu lah. Few people told me about the menu. Kau download lah. And it's memang as a satire on rich people lah benda. But I saw this one sebab aku ada Prime Video. There's this, I don't know if you've heard of this series called Future Man. Aku pernah dengar lah, but it wasn't that famous lah kan. But I heard about it lah. But anyway, I saw it recently tau, season 1. Aku baru habis tengok season 1 like few
Hmm.
days ago. And it's like a apa? Undiscovered gem.
Okay.
Ah. It's one of those series where, ada you kind of heard of it, but no one ever talked to you about it. And then when you saw it, it's like kelakar gila lah. I mean, like, and that's the best part is
Kelakar.
lah. Ah,
Oh, it's a
it's funny.
comedy.
It's a comedy. It's a science fiction comedy. That's the best part.
Ah,
So it's about time travel, all those time paradoxes and all that lah.
saya tengok dekat
Ah,
1MDB ni.
ah,
Josh Futuman, a janitor by
Furman.
day and a gamer by night.
Exactly. And the best part is it was made before all this woke culture took over woke thing apa ni? This wokeness took over pop culture tau. So
Hmm.
when you saw the video, kalau kau tengok the series balik kan, all these jokes like, that were used to be jokes yang more possible kan.
Yeah.
It's in there tau. And that's the thing lah. That's why I was like, oh man. I mean, je lah, at the same time, aku pun jadi woke lah. Boleh tengok kan. Oh, this would have made it. This wouldn't have made it. Or this scene would have made it. That line would have made it now. But the best part about the series is that it's played for serious now. It's really played for serious. Like they played it seriously instead of making it comedy. That's why it's so funny.
Hmm.
Kalau kau tengok like there was like a lot of comedies in the 80s, 70s. They had this concept where they didn't play it for laughs. So they took it seriously.
Hmm.
And that's what made it funny lah. But most comedies now, they try to be funny and then buat impromptu lah, and then get the zing each other lah. Oh, you look like oh no, you look like this, or you look like,
Hmm.
or I know you love your mom because you did this, or oh, all these one-liners are trying to be improv and on the spot. But this is actually took itself seriously. It took itself too seriously that you laugh tau.
Hmm.
It's funny because of that. Exactly.
Okay. Okay. Menarik, menarik.
Yeah, it's should watch it lah. Tapi banyak filler episode lah tu je lah. Because the plot, because yelah, it's not like it wouldn't come out on streaming apa ke kan.
Hmm.
Kalau streaming is like 8 episodes je kan. So I had like 13 episodes and more. So banyak filler episodes lah. Like when are gonna get there, like 3 episodes before they said they were gonna get here. Tapi it took them 3 episodes just to get where they wanted to go. But then that's what TV used to be because dulu 25 episodes one season. There's
Hmm.
a lot of filler episodes kan. And in this case, because of the mission, and the mission to get somewhere, and it took instead of what from the next episode I get there, it took them 3 episodes to get there. Tapi at least okay lah sebab it's still funny lah. The filler episodes pun, even though plot wise tak banyak happen.
Hmm.
Uh, but that's what surprised me lah. Like oh man, this wouldn't be made today, man. Exactly.
Oh, the hero ni is Pita from there.
Yeah, Hunger Games, correct. That's the thing lah.
Ada nampak familiar.
Yeah. Josh Hutcherson, yeah, correct. That's one of the reason I saw it lah kan. Cakap, oh ni Josh Hutcherson ya from Hunger Games lah. That because the actors pun tak famous pun except for Josh Hutcherson though.
Hmm.
But the creators pun tak famous. It's just that the producers Seth Rogen.
Hmm.
Hmm. So I didn't watch it because of Seth Rogen lah. I just watch it because I've heard about it kan when it was ending, and people's apa ni? It had 3 seasons total. So when it was ending, people were saying, oh, they're gonna miss it lah. Aku baca lah something like that. Something along those lines lah. And then I thought, okay. And then aku dah save it on my playlist kat Prime kan. So finally I watched it lah. Because at the time memang aku needed a comedy lah. Aku tengok banyak sangat, YouTube punya that's the thing lah. I watch more YouTube than TV nowadays. Everything I watch is serious. Kadang-kadang so
Tu lah.
it's always about
Yeah, all the struggles of wokeness and what.
Yeah, exactly. And all these people rebutting and
Yeah.
the stupidity. Like if they made fun of wokeness, which they used to do, like make fun of this woke, but if it somewhere it got serious now, it become like a fight, fight, fight.
Hmm.
Exactly. Instead of making fun about wokeness and how stupid people are, it just became like okay. It became like a serious discussion pula. So that's where that's where aduh, where's comedy, I gotta find something funny. Netflix tak payah harap lah, mana ada dah. Kelakar, like I said before, dia ada at least a Brooklyn Nine-Nine and then Superstore pun aku dah habis lah.
Hmm.
Itulah.
We'll go for the next one lah. Apa yang ni?
The problem is Netflix punya own sitcom pun tak ada tau.
Hmm. Dia Netflix yang paling banyak yang dia punya sendiri-sendirinya is ni je lah. Stand up comedy punya special.
Itulah.
Mana?
I don't watch.
Pun I haven't
Aku
seen
pernah
a
tengok
good
like two
one
or
for a long
three.
time.
But their own comedy series tak ada.
Hmm.
Exactly. And I mean ada tapi it's not funny pun. I tried to watch a few. Aku tengok Blockbusters. Tak boleh lah. I watch apa benda lah itu. Kan? Exactly. So that's the thing about Prime Video tau. All these sitcoms yang lama-lama or series yang ni, it's there. It's on Prime Video like The Office lah, House lah and all that. Hmm.
You know, mate, if you were tasked to write a sitcom,
Hmm.
do you think you will be able to do it?
Yeah. Kalau ada teamnya.
So, apa nama ni? How much before you be able to get to do it? How much idea do you have to has to be set already?
What do you mean how much ideas?
Like you said just now, kalau ada team dia. So like, what were you talking about team tu as in the whole setting ke ataupun there's
No,
a
not
certain team?
theme. Team.
Yeah,
A team of writers lah.
yeah. Oh, a
Huh?
team of writers.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
not theme. A team of writers. No, to be funny is here's the thing though.
Hmm.
If you work on yourself, something that might be funny to you, but then you wouldn't know it's not funny to anyone else unless you pitch it.
Hmm.
The person, so it end up it's like your own taste, yeah.
Hmm.
That's why you gotta have a team of writers. So everybody feed off each other and all that. Okay. When everybody thinks this part is funny or this is funny, then baru lah.
Yeah. So the thing is,
Works.
no, because the reason why I ask is because macam like for example, for me, is dari segi creating games, for
Hmm.
example, right? So apa nama ni? I've always thought that the main reason why I haven't created any good games for myself was that because of technical stuff, you know, because the programming part might be too hard or whatever. But the tools has come to the point whereby now I can create almost like at least the normal type of games where you're talking about RPG ke, or you're talking about platform games ke, whatever. You
Platform.
can yeah you can we can easily create.
Hmm.
So and then I faced with the reality that I don't have actually any ideas
Right?
that macam how would I make a fun game? And then like I got to thinking like I don't really play games much. And I suddenly like, what does fun mean? So it's like one of the you know. So if you were to take it on yourself, is for you to write a sitcom that you think
Sitcom.
you will enjoy. Do you
But
think
that's
you
what
will
I'm
be able to
saying.
do it?
I wouldn't unless I had a team. So if you tell me to write a sitcom, I wouldn't. But if I had a team to do it, yeah, I do it definitely. Exactly. Because certain, like I said, mostly because what might be funny to me might not be funny to others. So when you have a team, that's where you can bounce off each other. That's the whole point of it. And at the same time, apa ni? What I never thought of idea that I find funny tapi never came to my mind could come from another people. Exactly. But for me, it would be satire lah kalau nak buat sitcom pun. The theme lah, kalau kita talking about theme, it would be satire lah, absurdity lah. It wouldn't be apa? I think the absurdity lah of social media, of people relying on technology, things like that. Since I'm still considered an outsider lah, I don't have FB ke IG ke kan. So I can see the absurdity lah. Where people are really into it kan. They're always on the phone, always scrolling. TikTok lah and all that, IG lah, FB. So they're really into that. So sometimes they don't even realize now what they're doing. And then for me, that's what I could see it all the time, man. How can they do that? Huh? Because this concept of scrolling and then tengok like non-stop. Aku tak boleh lah. I can't do it. Even because I'm only on YouTube pun, there's so many videos I can watch until I get rasa nak muntah.
Yeah.
Exactly. But people are on Facebook and TikTok, especially tengok scrolling. But aku tengok my nieces and nephews kan, they all, especially macam Raya pun, if we're gathering kan, all of them are on the phone all the time.
Yeah.
Kan? And
So
I
they're
see
all
what they do.
together, everybody on their own phone, masing-masing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand if we're playing games,
Yeah.
but everybody's on social media,
Yep.
especially TikTok kan, and they keep scrolling videos non-stop. I'm like, ya Allah, how is that?
I
How is that
remember
satisfying now?
when apa nama ni? Dulu when I was still under Shazman untuk ni. So whenever if he takes us out for lunch ke apa benda ke, one of the things that he will ask us to do is that everybody gather there.
Put it on pile.
I put it in a pile.
Oh,
So that,
because everybody just kept on here on their phone.
kan, everybody is
Really?
on the phone.
Oh, yeah, lah, that's what I'm saying.
Just so that people will engage more.
That's what I'm saying. The culture and the people that dah. Itu talking about adults yang like got late into the game. But when you're talking about kids kan, yang memang born with a phone nowadays,
Yeah.
lahir dah dapat phone lah, Lagilah, imagine when they get adults macam mana kan. Exactly. So for me, aku tak faham tau. I can't do it. I don't know, it's because I don't have social media ke or apa ni? Aku ada ADD ke benda ke kan. But I can't imagine tau doing that. Because it's not, I think mainly sebab for me it's not informative and productive. You get entertained tengok short videos, people be stupid ke benda or whatever. But then I think that's it lah, There's just like this shots of dopamine lah dia kata kan. But like me, aku tengok YouTube pun just to get informative or stay up to date on current trends ke or things going on ke or technology and all that lah kan. Itu je. Exactly. And then and the thing is it's not just that kan, tengah Twitter lagi lah, all that. People cakap buat scrolling, refresh. Itu. So to, for me like aduh it's ni lah kan. For me lah kan, because I'm still an outsider, so I can see the absurdity of that. So the theme would be like make a sitcom of that lah. Exactly. So what will you be your sitcom be?
I have no idea.
Oh, being a parent.
I think
Being a parent. Everybody loves Raymond lah. Being an American lah, being a father. Kau pernah tengok
I don't
Everybody
know.
Loves Raymond kan? Kau pernah tengok Everybody Loves Raymond kan?
Tapi aku rasa I would most likely yalah sebab kita tak adalah nak buat gambar kan, tapi kat mamak ke.
Or every time it's like cheers like
Dok
cheers.
lepak-lepak dok share joke-joke je tu.
Cheers kan at the bar je every time. Ni setting kan. It never goes into that personally. Well, I would have thought you would have been like every Lance Raymond lah. Lance Raymond kan dia, yeah, because it's about him and his wife and his kids.
Hmm.
And then his parents never cross the street like you lah. Exactly. But that's the thing, everybody is Raymond tau. It's all about marriage and being parents. Yeah.
Hmm.
Dia punya theme and all the jokes and all that. So it's about that. Exactly. I mean, compared to like Seinfeld ke apa ke,
Hmm.
Seinfeld memang absurdity lah. Yeah, it's not, sometimes comedy that doesn't make sense. Okay? I mean, not logic kan tak make sense. It makes sense tapi tak logic. Hmm. Yeah, I guess. What was the last funniest movie you saw?
Funniest movie.
Last funniest movie you saw. You thought, oh, this is so funny,
Uh, Ush. Tak ingat lah.
It means it's been a while, I think.
Yeah. What was the movies that I've watched lately? What movies I watched lately pun I don't remember. I mean,
Dah kau cakap menu semua tu kau ingat?
ada?
Kau ingat the menu and all that?
Tak, because I was looking at my folder yang I download.
Oh, I see.
So, like, apa? Macam The Onion, Glass Onion apa semua kan. Kind of
Hmm.
funny juga sebenarnya. Tapi I don't remember kind of like laughing out loud kind of thing.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that's a funny movie lah. It's an interesting movie. Entertaining lah especially. Yeah. Oh, tak ada. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe that's
What
what's
was for
missing
you?
from your.
What was for you?
For me, I think Man from Toronto.
Man from Toronto.
It's on Netflix. Kevin
Oh.
Hart dengan Woody Harrelson. Well, I was surprised lah bila aku tengok. I was laughing out loud. Even my wife came out of the room. Apa yang gelap? Buat sangat ni. What are you
Hmm.
doing? Why come you laughing alone and all that? Ah, it's on. That's the thing. It's better kalau kau nak tengok, you gotta watch the movie without knowing anything.
Hmm.
Ah, exactly. So, but then I was surprised, and then bila aku tengok, after watch the movie, tengok rating dia quite low kan on IMDb.
Hmm.
But and there's a reason now because kalau I read the reviews saya kata because it's a typical Kevin Hart punya comedy lah. In my case, aku jarang tengok Kevin Hart comedies. Memang
Hmm.
tapi Netflix banyak gila Kevin Hart comedies. So many.
Hmm.
And then Kevin Hart comedies that comes out. I rarely watch Kevin Hart comedies lah. Aku dah tengok lah one or two like Ride Along and The Wedding Ringer before this. Kan tak adalah best apa kan. Tapi sebab Man from Toronto and then ada Woody Harrelson waktu memang aku minat Woody Harrelson.
Hmm.
When I saw that, I think that one made me burst laughing lah. But that's the thing. Before I watched Future Man
Hmm.
and laughed, that was got me laughing like Man from Toronto lah. Watched a few months ago. So if you got sometimes you tengok Man from Toronto. But you gotta switch off your brain lah, and you gotta go into it with That's why lah. Don't have too much expectation. You gotta switch off your brain, and then apa ni? What's that word? Anyway, kalau if you wanna see if you wanna you enjoy it or not, you watch the trailer dulu.
Hmm.
If you find the trailer funny, then the movie should be funny also. Exactly. That's the thing lah. I mean, I think it's a valid question because there's no funny movies nowadays. Semua dah conquered by the woke.
Yeah,
Nothing can be funny anymore because of woke. Woke dah nanti cancel culture lah.
yeah.
You're being offensive, you know.
Can't make fun of anybody.
Exactly. Unless it's a black comedy, which is meant from Toronto, is like it's a black comedy.
Hmm.
So a black comedy, you know, the point of it is to make dark themes funny, lah. You know, all this murder, you know, blood is supposed to be funny. That's the point of a dark comedy.
Hmm.
I'm kind of surprised. Tak ni. You're the person who always loves comedy.
Hello, hello.
Hello? Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah,
Ah,
sometimes you break up, kan?
tak tahu lah, my internet problem. My meetings pun this morning problem juga.
Hmm.
No, I'm just saying I'm surprised you didn't you're the person who loves comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Itulah. Haven't had a
I was,
good laugh for quite a while.
yeah, exactly. I was surprised that you couldn't name me a latest movie, a funny movie that you watched. And then sitcom lagi tak ada cerita, aku rasa kau tak tengok lah kot.
The last one was
I know
you
what you people are
suggested
meant
lah.
for each other.
Apa Superstore lah.
I felt it for Laura Jean.
Aduh.